we are discussing about the topic name is double linked list in DSA. So double linked list. Just a minute. Double linked list. Double linked list. Double linked list is a type of link. It is a type of linked list. In this linked list, it consists of nodes. So each node contains of three parts mainly in the double linked list. So it is a type of linked list. Contains mainly three parts. Three parts. First part is data. It mainly contains three parts, right? So I'm taking a pencil and I'm drawing a diagram like you just observe carefully. We have mainly three parts. First one is data. This one data. And second one reference. And the third one also reference. So this is the reference of previous node. This is the reference of next node. We have that means reference is nothing but address. So it consists of mainly three parts. First one is data, and second one is previous reference of the previous nothing but address of the previous node, and also this is the reference of the next node. That means address of the next node. It will stores, and data means you already know the value, and it is also known as uh, it allows the transversal, that means traversal in both the directions. Double linked list allows the traversal in both the directions, so in both directions, so that's why we called as a double linked list, both the directions. So it will allows the go in both the direction for both forward and backward also. By using forward means by using next, backward means by using the previous. That's the main difference. For suppose I am taking some notes. Just a minute, I am taking the notes. Okay. This is one note and this is the second note we have, and this is the third note, and this is the fourth. Okay. It contains of 5, some 9, some 8, some 7 data. Okay. These nodes, first initially we have the head section, right? This is the head. This is the head. And the last part is the tail. We have, this is the tail part. Okay. This is a double linked list, right? So it has the previous value. It consists of the previous, nothing but reference of the previous node, nothing but address of the previous node, and also it consists of the next node, reference of the next node, address of the next node. It will store the address of the next node, and inside that we have the addresses like this is the 100, and this is the 104, and this is the 109, and this is the 11 we have. Okay, this 104 address will be stored in here because it can store the next address, right? So, and also this second node, this is the first node, right? This is the second node, this is the third node, and this is the fourth node here. Inside the first node, there is no other any previous nodes, right? So initially, the first part of head is null. This is the null section. And the second one is tail section, right? This is the tail section, right? So after the fourth node, there is no any other nodes. So it will not store any other next reference, right? So this part also becomes null. Okay. After that, so the first node consists of the previous reference of the previous node is null, and second node will be the stores the second node data, and second node previous parties can store the first node address. That means it stores the 100, and second node third part will be nothing but next address type. So it will store the 109, and the third node first one will be stores the previous address like this. It will stores like this, and this one like this. This is the double linked list. Nothing but these are the bi-directional. So it will go the forward direction as well as the backward direction. So these are the main points of the double linked list. First, in this we have some traversal like insertion at beginning, insertion at end. Today we will see insertion how insertion at beginning and how insertion at end it will be occurs. Right? So I am taking one new node. First we will discuss about the insertion at beginning. So I am taking like new node like some sixth, some address will be mm, uh, some 103. Okay. So if you want to add at beginning, there is a header section, right? So if you want to add at beginning, right, we want to change. That means we have already head section there. So this head section will be goes to the this new node, and the first part of the first node is null, right? So it will stores the null. We will erase the null and it will stores the 103 address. Okay, and this one the, the new node of the first part becomes the null if you want to add at beginning, right? So there is no nodes at before the beginning, right? So and this part will be becomes the head part, and then we will remove the head here. Then it will become the head, and it will stores the this address, and it will stores the next address. Okay, and then the new node second part, nothing but reference of the next node, right? So it will stores the 100 like this. We will store like this. The double linked list will be happens. That means if head is null, head that means head equal to null means we have no nodes, right? So head becomes the new node. This new node only head, and also tail also this new node only. First condition. If head is not null, that means it will goes to the new node. So new node dot next part becomes the head. Okay, and new node and head, this becomes the head, right? So head dot previous equal to this one equal to this. This is the head part, right? So head dot previous equal to this new node. Then head becomes new node. That is the condition at insertion beginning. If you take at the end, right, if you want to add the node at end at the part of end, then I'm taking one new node at the end part. Okay, some I'm taking like 13. This is the address of some 1118 address, and after that, this is the tail part, right? So the tail part becomes, so this tail part dot next value. Here is the it will stores the this address 118. So new node address. Then tail part dot next node becomes 118 new node. After that, this new node previous value, right? This previous value becomes dot previous value becomes this tail address. Then after that, this new node becomes the tail. This is the tail part, and we have the we are taking this one, and this tail part will be erased. Then This new node will become the tail part. Simple condition. Okay. Let's see in the code. Okay. I am taking like one class name, one class, double linked list, double linked list, double linked list. I'm taking a main method also. Okay. I'm finishing that. Okay. This is the main method. Here I'm creating like first one node class, right? So I am creating a node class. So I'm taking on inner class like this is the outer class, right? Public static void main, right? Not like this. This is the outer class, double linked list. So I'm taking the inner class, right? Inner class like class node. I'm taking the inner class. Inside the node, we have the three parts, right? So data, right? So I'm taking the data as string format, string data. And the second one, node, right? So node, we have the previous section and next value, right? Previous. I'm taking the data type as the previous as node. And the next value also I'm taking the data type as node because it is a node, right? So taking the next. And I'm creating one constructor here. Okay. Public node. Here inside the constructor we are passing the data, right? So main string format, right? So I'm passing the data, right? So string data. Inside that this dot, I'm assigning the data, right? So this dot data equals to data. And we have the initially the previous value and next value. The nodes are empty, right? So the previous value becomes this dot previous becomes null, null. And this dot next becomes null part. Okay. And after that, I'm creating, we have the head section and node section, right? So I'm taking one another class like I'm taking two variables like private node, some head section, right? So head. After that, head. So I'm taking the private variable node tail, right? So tail. I'm creating a constructor for initializing the empty list because we have the empty list, right? Initially we have the empty list. I'm creating like one constructor, so double list, double linked list, double linked list. I'm initializing the values, right, into the list, right? So this dot head part, head part initially we have the null, right? So I'm taking as null, and this dot we have the tail part, right? So tail equals to initially we don't have values, right? So null. So complete. After that, I'm inserting the node at beginning, right? So insertion at beginning, right? Insert node at beginning. So I'm taking one class. One class, I'm taking one method, right? So void public void insert beginning I'm taking one method. Inside that I'm passing the data rate. So I'm passing arguments like data, string data. After that, string data. And inside that I'm writing like, I'm creating one new node, right? So node, new node, right? So new node equal to new node. Inside that we are passing as data, right? So I'm taking argument as data. After that, we have two situations. If head is that means if node there is no nodes in the list is empty. So if head becomes null, if head becomes the null, then then head equal to new node, new node, new node, and tail also becomes new node. This is the one case. If there is no nodes inside the list, it will then we are taking the new node as the head and new node as the becomes the tail. If it will not happen, it will goes through the else part and we are adding the new node, right? So I'm taking the new node dot next value. So new node dot next value. First I am initially taking as head. That means the next value. Second node will be the head. We already. Then that head dot previous value it will stores. Then head dot previous value it will stores the new node, new node, and after that the head becomes the new node. After storing the addresses, this is the new node dot next means it will takes the new node dot next value. That means the next node reference will be stored in the new node, right? So that new node next reference will be stored as taken as the head part. So it will store the next one, next value reference. After that, the head part becomes so head has the previous node, right? Previous one is previous node and another one is next node. So the head part of the previous node will store the new node. Then it will store the new node location. Previous node becomes the new node location. After that, it will be storing new addresses and the previous data. Then the head part becomes the new node. We will write the head as new node as the head part. Completed insertion at beginning. And after that, I am taking as to print the all elements. I am taking the print statement. So print method public void print method public void print method. After that, I'm creating like one node current node equals to initial I'm taking as the current node equal to head. After that, if I'm taking the while condition, if current node is not becomes null, current if current is not becomes the not equal to null, then it will print the current data, right? So current value system dot out dot println of I'm taking the current data rate. So current dot date. I'm storing. Take this. After current value, it will print the current value. After that, the next node becomes the head rate. So I'm taking the current equal to current dot next value. Then it will print. Okay. And I'm taking the object like I'm creating the double linked list, right? So doubly double linked list some d1 equal to new doubly linked list. After that, I'm calling that method. So d1 dot print method I'm calling. If you want to print, we will use the print method. And after that, I'm inserting the values rate, inserting at beginning rate. So d1 dot insert at beginning. I'm passing the values like some Java and d1 dot insert at beginning of some Python and d1 dot insert at beginning of some JS like that. Here we are entering, we are inserting the values at beginning. So I'm taking it and I'm running this code. Happens output is not come. Saving this after that I'm running. If there is error,